Hello everyone, welcome back to Crochet Bits and Knits. In today's tutorial I have for you this really cool puff chevron stitch. So I worked up this sample swatch to show you. It looks great, it's super easy, very beginner friendly, and we'll get started. I'm beginning with a slip knot. This stitch needs a multiple of 8 plus 1. So working up your starting chain in multiples of 8 plus 1. And feel free to pause the video while I fast forward. And there is plus 1. So to start, you want to skip 1, that very first chain, and working into the second chain from the hook, making a single crochet. And we're going to go and repeat that into the next stitch. So making another single crochet into that next chain. Again, into the next chain, making a single crochet. And once more, a single crochet into that next chain. So you have a total of 4 single crochets. Next, we're going to work the half double crochet puff stitch. Start by yarning over, inserting your hook into that next chain space, pull up a loop so you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook again into that same chain space, pulling up a loop so that you have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. So that is the half double crochet puff stitch. We're going to repeat that again into the next chain space. So just yarning over, going into that same chain 2 times so that you have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. Repeating that again for a 3rd time into the next chain space. And once more, so you'll have a total of 4 half double crochet puff stitches. Next, we're going to go in with the single crochets into the next stitch, make a single crochet, and into the next chain, making another single crochet. Again for a 3rd single crochet. And one last time for a 4th single crochet in a row. So that is basically the repeat. We're gonna again go in with our half double crochet puff stitch into the next chain, making sure you have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5 loops. Making a second half double crochet puff stitch into the next chain. And we need our 3rd puff stitch into that next chain space. And one last time into the next chain space. And here we will go in with our single crochets. So we're going to make 4 single crochets in a row into the next 4 chain spaces. And that is the 4th single crochet. So we have 4 chains left, and we are going to make a half double crochet puff stitch into each one of those chains. our second half double crochet puff stitch. And kind of pulling up to make sure that that puff stitch gets some puff to it. And for our last half double crochet puff stitch, so that is row 1, chain 1 and turn your work. And beginning each row with the single crochets. So you want to make sure that you're not going into that very first stitch at the base of your hook. You're going into this first stitch here and making a single crochet. Repeating that for a second single crochet, third single crochet, and a fourth single crochet. Now going in with our half double crochet puff stitch, a third half double crochet puff stitch, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that was the second. Our third, and one last half double crochet puff stitch. Again, going in with your single crochet into the next stitch, repeating that into the next 3 stitches. So you can start to see the repeat here is really simple. Going in with our second half double crochet puff stitch, third half double crochet puff stitch, and one last half double crochet puff stitch here into this next stitch. Now we will do the 4 single crochets in a row into the next 4 stitches. And now we have 4 stitches left, and we will work the half double crochet puff stitch into each of the next 4 stitches. So it's a super simple repeat pattern. And we have one more into this last stitch. So I'm going to work up a couple rows and I will be right back. So I've worked up just a couple rows here so you can see how it's looking. You can see it has that visual effect of the chevron. At the end of your row, chaining 1 and turn, and just being sure that you're going into the first stitch and not this stitch right at the base of your hook. So going in with your single crochet, 4 single crochets into the first 4 stitches. And then 4 half double crochet puff stitches. And that is the 1 row repeat. Super simple puff chevron stitch. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, share, and consider subscribing.